Hello everybody, this is Zerta back with another Team Top Deck testing video. I have modified the izzet blitz deck a little bit. Um, Decided that, well, yeah, we can get away with a few more lands than we necessarily need because of all the looting effects. It's not exactly worth it when we could just have a few more powerful spells. I opted for Discovery Dispersal instead of some more removal because I'm trying to stick with the kind of budget theme here, and I think that if you're going budget, the best thing you can possibly be doing is being as aggressive as possible so that the card quality doesn't exactly catch back up to you. This does increase it by 2 rares. I've cut 2 basics for, some more of those and some more Blood Crypts down to 22 lands, not 24 lands. Still on maximized velocity. I'm thinking of, you know what, I think I'm actually just going to trim one there. And I'm going to add the double strike spell. Double strike cycler. Raking Claws, that's what it was, right? There's no other spell I don't know about. Yeah, that's not going to be worth it. 3 mana is a little bit much. Alright, so that way we'll be able to close out games a little bit faster even. Say we get a Drake down, but it can only get so big, or if we've had a Sprite Dragon for a while. Worst case, it'll cycle, maximizes, fail state is you pump an opponent's creature to get back some Phoenixes. This fail state is you get another card and, I guess, pump future Drakes. Save and exit. There we go. And let's do some more standard rank. Alright. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help my channel grow. I'm trying to, do something while I'm all locked up here in quarantine, so might as well do this, right? Alright, let's see. Playing against one. Alright, I really wish this was a looter here, but on the play, I think I can get away with keeping this. Turn 2, Discovery Dispersal. If we draw any looter, especially Cathartic, this hand is absolutely insane. If not, we get to, loot with that. I'm going to lead on Steam Vents. It's an always tap land. If we don't want to pay life, which we might not here. Alright, so now I'll go Mountain, Discovery. Owns on something Simic. So yeah, I'm not looking for threats here. I'm just looking for spells. Alright, I'm also not looking for lands here. Yeah, I just want to find a looter as quick as I can to change up the composition of this hand. That's also not bad. The opponent's probably going to crack in response to save themselves the time after the scry, I guess. No, they are very disciplined. That means I've got to be aware that they're not going to be, that I'm not going to need to always respect what they're holding up, because this is an opponent who is just going to make the plays like they have it every time and conceal the maximum amount of information, which is 100% correct, but it also means you have to respect their range a little bit less, because it's not the right way to put it. You have to not be afraid against them, is I guess what I'm trying to say here. Because if you play like they always have it, well, they're always going to act like they have it, and you'll never hit anywhere. And you'll lose by inaction instead of, what they do. All right, so here I'm going to go ahead and... Is there any... Would they even... that 3-mana counterspell that counters all activate abilities? I think I'd be really happy if they countered this land. I'm just going to hard cast an Arclight Phoenix here. If they want to counter it, it's fine. If they kill it, it's fine, as long as it's not, exiled. If I was worried about that, I'd play it next turn and hold up shock. But my current plan is deploy 2 back-to-back Arclight Phoenixes. And try and get some semblance of a clock going here. And really didn't pan out at Mystical Dispute. Nice, nice. Yep. I was afraid of. Oof. So I'm somewhat tempted to drop a Drake here, even if it's slightly risky, just because it leads to the most explosive potential next turn. I'm going to play the Temple after, I think, to try and get the most information on my Scry. I'm not trying to play it this turn, so no need to Scry before I cast it. I'm imagining this gets countered, honestly, but once again, gotta try and, you know, get in. Alright. Any discard spell. Oh, that is nice. Alright, so next turn, discard, or play Fairy Dragon, discard Phoenix, Steam Vents. So let's see, if I do that, Dragon, discard, I'd be looking for a 1-mana spell, but let's say I don't. Say I hold up the, and I could get a 2-mana spell to get back double Phoenix. What do I value more? A bigger chance of Phoenix or a bigger Sprite Dragon? I think I'm going to value more chances at Phoenix in this case. Oh, there goes that. That changes things a bit, I think, because now I just desperately need a clock. And, you know, if I fail on the Phoenix, that's pretty big, and I'm not sure the Sprite Dragon is on. So I'm going to play the Fairy Dragon. Let me see. 6, 12, 18, 3-turn clock. 9, 18, 2-turn clock. Yeah. I'm going to try and put him on a 2-turn clock here. I think that's my best bet. In case I fail and hit Scryland, double red I'd be fine. There's no way I could get double blue and need it. So I'm going to hold off on my land in case I fail and hit a Scry. Alright, that is unfortunate, but how bad exactly is it? Let's see. So I hit him for 2, 3, 4, 5 this turn. I think I hold off till next turn. I also think that I'm going to, so my plan right now is next turn, I can do an absurd amount of damage if I draw another spell. I think they would still be dead if I did my math in my head there correctly. So let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then, dang, I should just count the power. So 6 from those, 1 from that. Oh, alright, so I'm not going to manage to, oh, no, this is bad. Alright, any instant speed spell, and we didn't get it anyway. Alright. So if I cycle here, what am I looking for? Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I can get away with just doing that. And if I wait, then they're just going to get an impassable wall of blockers. I think I'm really hoping for a cathartic here. Oh, this is not good at all. Alright, so I'm going to play Blood Crypt tapped and pass because I could see myself dispersing their Shark Typhoon to try and get in if they don't, you know, present an aerial blocker. Once again, I'm going to hold on to the shock here, hoping to just draw into more spells. I really need to get back those Phoenixes to have a shot now. They stacked it in such a way that they can still cast a spell and get their Night Pack Wolf very heads up of them. If this is an explosion, I'm pretty sure that I've got no way out of it. It's only a Thassa's intervention. It's still very bad, obviously, with a 7/7 there. Needing those Phoenixes now more than ever to be blockers, even. Alright, there's a start. Winged Words, draw 2. That is not how I wanted that to play out. Play a message. I'm gonna look through to see what my outs even are right now. And if I'm just wasting our time. Both mine and the opponent's. Alright. Let's see. If I had chained Winged Words, I might be able to hit enough of a aerial force and a... If I can do... Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I could see a strange series of events where I managed to hit it, so I'm not going to concede yet, but it is not looking good. I can no longer see that series of events. I'm going to shock the opponent in case I have a quest for it, and I'm then going to concede. Just doesn't pay in ladder to hold on to a game too long, at least at my current tier. It's faster to just take the loss and then try and get 2 wins to cancel it out. Kill 15 opponent creatures, attack with 30 creatures. Alright. Should have swung. Should have got max value for the dailies. Alright, let us see. So here's where the Fabled Passages are kind of unfortunate as duels, but I think the color fixing is just important enough that it doesn't matter. And if I draw any land, a Sprite Dragon on 2 on the play is pretty good. I'm against Luris. I've got double opt, which will help me find Flame Sweep. I like this hand. A good way to beat Luris, which is the big reason we're playing this deck, is to try and prey on Luris, metagame-wise, is to have a good clock and a sweeper. You really need both, though. I'm going to find an island in case we whiff. Knowing my luck, we'll then draw the island, but no, it's unfortunate. Let's see, if I draw a mountain, would I even want to shock? No. So I'm going to save myself the information. Cast off when I have the most possible information on exactly what build my opponent is. Yep, that, what I actually want to look for. Because there are some weird aura builds going around in the game, and if they're one of those, that could potentially change. And I definitely did this wrong and got rewarded. I should have cracked my fetch first. Actually, maybe knowing what I find land-wise would be helpful. I was just thinking if I scry to the bottom, it's something I probably don't want to draw. Let's see. Let's find an island so I can go. Right, would I rather Fairy Dragon opt or Fairy Dragon shock? I think I'd rather Fairy Dragon opt. So I'll get an island. And I'm going opt right now because all I want is a Flame Sweep. Don't need a dispersal. Maximize is nice for later. It'll also really pump the Fairy Dragon if I need to go that route. Ho ho, that's very bad for me. I did not imagine this was something that would be in that deck. And I don't have a way to deal with that right now, so... Alright, let's see. Winged Words would use both that. So I'm pretty sure I'm killing the Islet of Life's Bounty now. Gonna lead on opt. That is a good way to start blocking some of the Ajani's Pridemate damage. And just keeping back a good blocker, so I'm going to keep that. It's also a really good combo with Maximize. I'm going to take a look at what I've got coming up. Flame Sweep. Oh, this is going to be pretty nice then. I'm going to then go ahead and shock the Izzet so that his Ajani's Pridemate won't be able to overcome my Crackling Drake. And then here, am I in a position to race? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wondering about their removal. They could probably Luris play it back. I don't care. I'll have the Flame Sweep for that. Let's see. Just trying to imagine the worst case scenario here. I think I'm on no attacks right now, even though it gives them an opportunity to like deadweight my Sprite Dragon after it blocks the Ajanis. Or before to stop that block from happening and get in more damage, and then I'd block probably the Hunted Witness to up a little bit more. Alright, it's gonna be a blowout. Not as big as it could have been if he'd dropped the Luris here and gotten rid of the most powerful card he has, but I'm blocking Hunted Witness to give him a few less blockers post Sweeper. Alright. Down to 10. So here I'm tempted to get a little greedy. I'll still have access to it later. This will pump by 2 to 6 to 7, 10. So that puts him to 10. I think I'm going to get greedy here with how I do this. I'm not going to go for the maximum greed unless because that's 6, that would be 7, down to 10, down to 5, 6, 7, 8. I have potential to kill him next turn. No I don't. Oh wait, yeah. Oh no, that is lifelink? Ooh, I didn't see that. I think I'm still going to go over because I'm pretty sure I've still got draw land, they're dead. Oh, that is nice. That explains the lifelink theme with the Ajani. I just didn't think of that. That's actually a really cool synergy. I might try building around that myself sometime. And then they're going to get back one of the little dudes. If I draw land, then I'm pretty sure they're just straight up dead. And untap land. Or that also kills them. So let's go maximize into it. Yeah, this is the most damage I can do. That's 18 damage right there. And that is game. Although I did sequence that last turn poorly, that was definitely a misplay. I shouldn't have attacked. I should have been aware of the lifelink. I just didn't read the card, and that is why you always read the card, because if I lost there, that was 100% on me. I had the ability to play around it, and I very nearly didn't, but you know what? That's why this is a testing video and not a watch me sickly style on all of these opponents, although I guarantee you I'm going to name it something like that, because clickbait is fun. And I don't know how these things work. Ooh, I like this hand. Turn 1 Scry, turn 2 Thrill Away the Phoenix. If I draw another Phoenix, Cathartic 2 of them. Hold on to the opt for a key turn of getting back the Phoenixes. I really like that. Now, just a preemptive for some of you guys asking why I'm not playing Riley. Big thing, this is the more aggressive, Riley being the, when you cycle something, you're not cycle, whenever you discard a card, um, for the first time each turn you draw as many cards as you just discarded. My big reason for it is this is a budget build. Um, there are definitely very, very good builds with her. And B, let's see. Good threat, not until turn 4. What land was that? I'm playing against Fires. Fires has some removal, and I'm going to want a threat that can close things out really quickly, so I'm going to have to go with Crackling Drake. If there was a Fairy, there's some consideration to looking for Fairy Dragon, but I don't think the matchup is so bad that I need to go Desperation mode for it. And that's to me what shipping it would be. Now, Fires doesn't generally play counters because, well, obviously they're not able to. And why would they need to? They have Teferi. So let's thrill away this Phoenix. If they ever drop a Narset, we will basically just cry. A plus, eh? Alright. Let's see. I think I'm going to go Shock into Winged Words here. There's some consideration to Cathartic, but I'm not really seeing the need to here. I'd rather hold it in case I draw Phoenixes, like that one. So let's see. I was about to... Oh, that was me trying to arrange my hand and getting maximum punished. Alright. We're looking for a land, boys. And girls, and anything in between. Or adjacent to and not represented by. Trying to cover all of my bases here. Alright, so I think I'm going to lead on the Opt. That is unfortunate. Not looking for that land. Should be so much better if I had just, you know, discarded the right card, being the Phoenix. Oh, the misclick. Never didn't have it. Never promised. Alright, next turn we go to Shock Flame Sweep to clear away his big bird there. He didn't choose to draw a card off of that, did he? Nope. Or she? No, it's Mr. He. Let's see. Yes, I'm gonna opt because I want those Phoenixes. Let me see. How big would this be right now? 4/4. Keeping the opt lets me dig a little deeper. Let's see. And also, I could get back my Phoenixes again next turn if I draw land anyway, so bottom that. So here I am somewhat tempted to go attacking anyway and start applying pressure. But on the other hand, if I attack to Fairy, I can potentially cause him to consider trading, but I think I'm going to just keep them around, see what he wants to do. Let's see, what are you doing? Yep, those Triomes are really good in Fires, because the tap, coming in tap doesn't matter once it's down. Well, doesn't matter too much, I suppose, which is fairly sick. Bone Crusher killing one. If that's the worst they've got, then we're not too afraid. We don't really mind the bounce either, because we need to be sure that Crackling Drake, you know, sticks. The plan I'm going for, I should have mentioned earlier, is I'm going to hope to get a turn where they're lacking walkers in the sky, and I manage to resolve a Crackling Drake and maximize it for lethal. Alright, there we go. There's a lot of damage. Alright. Okay, do we have a cathartic? We have a cathartic. Let's get digging. We really want that land. I was planning on having one land left over there last turn, but things did not work out that way very much, did they? Alright, let's see. Hold up, is that all 4 phoenixes? No, no. I was just thinking of the number I'd discarded already, and I was like a little confused there. I'm going to go ahead and do another cathartic, because I need to change up the texture of this hand quite a bit. And I don't exactly think we're in a good spot if we hold on too long here. Okay, Flame Sweep could be a crucial part of a turn. I liked Winged Words more than Thrill. There we go. Does that give Trample? Okay, good. So it's a very, very real possibility that no matter what we do right here, we are just dead. But we can't let that... Ooh. Yeah, we can't let that rule us. I think I'm going to hit the Teferi here. Hitting the Teferi so that he can't just minus on us. And Teferi doesn't do anything unless it's minusing in this matchup. Let's see, if I do that, then I can't kill. But also, if I bring him to 13... Yeah, it's sad that we had to use the shock there, but if we didn't, we were just dead. No attacks. I want to maximize my potential for survival.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Oh. And yeah, see, if we'd attacked there, we were just dead. We might still be. Oh, we are just dead anyway. Let's go ahead and try and kill one of their creatures to get that daily quest up then, shall we? You know, I think fire is honestly one of our worst matchups, and it's unfortunate the way the meta is shaping up. It is also probably the best, or at least one of the top 3 in the format right now. I think the others are Luris and what's it called? And Temur Rec. Temur Rec, I think we have a reasonable chance against, as long as we, you know, get a fast enough start. We can't let their removal start coming online like you saw in the earlier game. But as long as we're applying fast pressure and get out under them quick enough, it'll also probably involve a Phoenix, but we don't necessarily need too many, just enough to be sure that pressure is constantly on them. Kind of like the Luris deck's game plan of just keep the damage coming, except they're much better at it, as they're also much more chock full of, you know, powerful cards, less gas, and synergy, which is what we're banking on. So I'm loath to ship a hand with a Sprite Dragon, but this hand not having any blue mana, oh, almost accidentally kept, is kind of a deal breaker for me. Alright, so I'm going to keep this one. And I'm going to bin the Maximize. I think the Raking Claws works better with our things, and is a little better at, ooh, this again. And is a little better at, we're going to go ahead and start looking for that Flame Sweep or Threat now. Threat works. Basically just a little better at killing, and it can, you know, cycle. What on earth? Huh. Well, I have no idea what version my opponent's on. Is this a red-white aggro deck with Luris? I was expecting Cat Oven. I don't think that's what we're going to be facing here. Draw your second card. Are they playing some kind of a... No, they can't be playing some Luris Phoenix deck. That would be impossible with no Phoenixes. I think no, shocking there doesn't actually change anything. Yeah. So we wouldn't have been able to anyway. Alright, so is it just Fire Prophecy that they're using for more draw? Try and remove and pump? I'm just trying to figure out what exactly my opponent is doing. Alright, so here, this is kind of painful, but I think we have to shock to save life in the long run. And I'm going to thrill away our Raking Claws, I believe. No, I'm going to Cathartic away our Raking Claws and our land because we're likely to hit another and we really don't want a shock land. We want like just any untapped land at this point. And Opt Thrill are both pretty good at, bringing back a Phoenix as a potential blocker and surviving this board state. Oh, there's the Flame Sweep. Trying to keep also as much card filtering available to find what we need next. Alright. So the best case scenario would be that they develop into this board really heavily. This turn, not gonna happen, I see. Not that it should have happened. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't imagine. I suppose if they have Shock in hand and on top of their library, we're dead if we do this. But I want to establish myself as much as I can before they start rebuilding, or before giving them the opportunity to start rebuilding. So I'm going to go ahead here and start setting up. I'm even going to opt here, given I drew another one, because I really need to maximize everything I'm doing right now. Alright, second Flame Sweep is perfect, because now we get to sweep them the first time, they're going to play Luris and start redeploying, and then we're going to hit them again with the second one. And that should really put the hurt on them. Don't need more land. So yeah, basically we want them to deploy one more threat this turn. We need them to tap out, is one other thing I should mention. Artifact, oh, creature. Yeah. Alright, let's see. I don't imagine this is actually going to happen. Alright, so that thing is going to survive. That doesn't much matter here. What would suck more is if the Izzet survived. So given they already have the mana, I'm going to go ahead and opt in case I hit a Phoenix. Because let's see, if I opt 1, 2, no, there's no way I could. I'm still going to go ahead and opt here. I might hit, a shock or something. I don't want to. I guess I want a temple more than I want, but I still don't want more lands. Alright, let's go ahead. I could see a world where playing that as my probable last land, because I can see a world where we want to do, a little bit more on the Drake plus maximize if we draw that in the next turn. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and Flame Sweep here. Shadow Shock so that I could force them to lose one more dude. But ooh, God's willing. Not something I saw coming. I guess it's weird. I mean, it's working, so I can't say it's bad, but this is weird. Islets of Life's Bounty is actually doing good work. And unless I'm much mistaken, we go to 1 here. Do they have a card draw spell to finish us off? Nope. Luris Ashley? Alright. And here's exactly what we said we wanted to happen, as long as they actually play it instead of trying to hold up a defense. Kinda wish we'd cracked that for an island to give them a false sense of security. But we didn't. Alright, now we also really need a shock. I guess I shouldn't have cracked that. It shuffles cards I don't want to see back into my deck. Well, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Let's go ahead and holding priority. I guess not holding priority. Resolve a flame sweep. Whatever they try protecting, we're going to kill. It's going to be the Lewis. And we are not okay with that. And I'm just going to go ahead and pass here. Holding on to the thrills for a turn, we might be able to Phoenix. I don't imagine we're playing any haste threats, but I could be wrong, at which point we, in fact, lose. And there's the last flame sweep. I'll give him the thanks. Let's see. I'm not going to get rid of that flame sweep. Or I suppose I am going to get rid of that flame sweep because I need to put them on a cloak. Alright, there's what we want. There's that 14 power Drake to try and close things out next turn. Up! And they got there. That was a pretty close game. I messed up a little bit there. I should have been more aggressively digging in the early. I should have considered the. I'm not sure how I'd have done it differently, but I should have considered the possibility or the actual ability of the Eidolon. Got a little overzealous there with the flame sweep because it's usually so good against the Luris decks, at least the Cat Oven builds. But I haven't seen that build before, so I'm not sure if it's a real build, just a brew that someone's trying out as a meta attack, just some budget build kind of like us. But I'm not sure about the Badger is the big thing. The Izzets were insane, and not entirely sure. I wonder what they were trying to double strike there. Do they have like the Flourishing Fox, or are they a cycling deck and just didn't draw many of those? Not entirely sure. There we go. You know, I was talking so much, I just auto-kept this, and we ended up getting lucky there. And we'll lead on the Fabled Passage because we want that red mana soon. This is looking like it's not a good hand against them. Because it's seeming like their growth spiral deck, and those tend to either be Temur Wreck or Fires. I guess not Fires, but Temur Wreck's still not a great matchup. So here, given we don't have a threat yet, and we don't really want to just blow through our, I guess, I'm kind of tempted to thrill a possibility this turn. They might be Flash. So let's take the benefits of it. I'm going to take the slow approach. This is a bit slow overhand. I'm going to work on the assumption that they're Flash, at which point 2 shocks. Alright, I'm going to split the difference between shock and wreck and bottom it. If they're Flash, we're going to want to take a little bit of our time and make sure that things get through. Because some people are still playing blue-green Flash. And without, you know, a little bit more information there. Another one. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're playing. And I don't like that position it puts us in. Especially with a slower hand like this one. That I honestly should have kept on the mana base alone. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and follow. This is definitely Flash. We're playing that instead of tapping into, say, Cathartic or Thrill, specifically because of the possibility that they would, you know, counter. They didn't do anything last turn with their mana, and I didn't want to open us up. in a big way that turn. So I'm playing Tap Stockland here because it helps our mana a little bit more, and we can still go Shock and Thrill, or even Flame Sweep. We just can't play Sweep plus Shock, which should have been a consideration, I was about to say, for specifically this. Um, but I was more concerned of like little threat, and also getting our hand to a point where we're not just kind of sitting doing nothing, being the reactive player, because that is not a position this deck wants to be in. So next turn, I think we're gonna go double Flame Sweep in their second main, or just Flame Sweep Shock. 1, 2, 3, 1. Play an island. Trying to think if there's anything else we can do if we do that, but there isn't. No, I'll set it in their upkeep to make them use their mana before they get the extra card drawn because they don't have the counter. I'm tempted, very tempted to do it now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to get the most possible value. Because now, even if this fails, we can technically kill a wolf, because we'll be making them have one less during... Oh no! That was bad. That was very bad. Alright, let the scry resolve now, because it doesn't change anything. Alright, so I took away the stop before I should have there. Kind of used to doing it in my own draw step, where you take away the shock and or the stop, and it'll still make you click through everything. But that is not the case on the opponent's end step there. Alright, well, there we go. Yeah, so the reason that works is the pump goes away, it's a 2-2 again, and then it just dies. Alright, so I wouldn't be opposed to drawing I was going to say a black source there, but we didn't, so let's see. Trying to think of our best shot at killing the Nissa. I think our best shot might be still finding the black source for next turn. No, I think I want to just get some phoenixes down, and this is the fastest way to try and do that. Oh, there's the black source. Don't have another one right now though, so I'm going to bin both of those. Spell 1. Spell 2. I doubt we're going to want another flame sweep, and we definitely want that mountain for a little later this turn. And yeah, I'm going to go with the Cathartic, I think. Discard Opt Winged Words, because we want to find another threat. So let's see. Don't have reach. I could hit Nissa for 3. Or I could stay back and trade with a land, and then try again next turn. Yeah. I like, see, now I didn't take it off, and I'm regretting it. So we're going to stay back with the intention of trading with a land here. They get a really big turn. I don't know what the biggest thing they can do is. I'm not completely up to date with the new flash builds. So let's see exactly what they're doing. Hydroid Crisis? Is this more tap out hybrid? If it's Hydroid Crisis, I definitely should have gotten a pot shot at the like. Whatever it is, it doesn't look good for me. Not entirely sure we beat the Crisis. Oh, don't time out opponent. Oh, good, they have timeout to use, so it's not going to just get through their turn. Alright, not entirely sure how we're going to beat that. Just being a 6/6 flying trample body. I guess with another Phoenix, but it isn't looking good. Ooh, and a wreck. Oh, what is this? 10-4. Alright, that might be a way we beat this. Is they get a greedy attack and we surprise, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so we're getting close to Crackling Drake into a, how do you put it? Playing a Crackling Drake into Double Strike and Haste, which would be very, very lethal. We just need to find those cards. I honestly think that's where we're at right now. Not a great place to be. So let's Cathartic. The Fairy Dragon is no longer going to be good enough. I kind of want to keep that land. If they get indestructible lands, that's not part of our plan anyway, so let's get rid of the shock. They have the counter. Yeah, we weren't beating that anyway, I don't think. Now, what are the odds they get greedy if we Crackling Drake? I don't really want that. We can go through without it. What are the odds? I'm going to go ahead and pass, and I'm going to hope to get lucky here because I don't think we have very good offensive winning if we don't get that Drake through. And we are dead. Yeah, I think our best shot was trying to get lucky there, get down a Drake, and try and chain off there because we were just in such a bad spot. Well, regardless, that covers it for today. This has been Zerda with Team Top Deck, and I am signing out the slow way.